welcome to Bitfumes. I'm your host Sarthak, and this video is going to be a really fun and a knowledge content for you because we have a lot more things for you. First of all, we are going to use the LangChain for creating the RAG system, Retrieval Augmented Generation. Using this PDF, we are going to query the LLM model specifically for this PDF and getting answers, summarizing it, what this document is all about, and anything you want. In this case, we are going to use the Ollama and especially the Llama 3 model, which is a local model we are going to have. So this, you can see I already have installed it and it should be installed and running in your system. After that, we are also going to use the HuggingFace embedding to convert our text into the embedding, which we are going to store in ChromaDB for the vector database. Also, we are going to learn about the chunking and splitting and a lot more things, how to read the PDF, and finally Retrieval QA chain. We are going to create it that actually going to query the document we have on our vector database. All of these things is going to be really fun for you, and yes, we have everything ready for you in this simple app.py file. You can find the GitHub repository link in the description, and every other thing I have mentioned, every website link will be there in the documentation. So you can see it's going to be really crazy, and once everything is done, when we hit the app.py file, which is going to take this PDF file, you can use any PDF you want and then query, like ask a question. Once done, then we will get the summary here in our terminal. Okay, so you can see this is a little summary it has given, which start with I don't know because it has not given the full context, but it has created a little summary that what this PDF is all about. So if you really want to learn everything, just stick with me till the end because it's going to be a really blast, and let's get started. So we are going to start with creating the virtual environment for our Python. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to say Python 3 -m venv, and the name of the directory is .venv. Okay, once this is created and you will see it's here .venv, we have to activate the environment, and for that I'm going to say source venv bin activate. Okay, once done, then you will see the name of your directory with py sign, which says that this is really working and the environment is activated. Okay, so first of all, we need to create a Python file. I am going to call it app.py, where all the code will be here. And obviously, since we said that we are going to read the PDF file and create the RAG system with that, we need a PDF file. And what PDF we are going to use? This is a Google Cloud AI Adoption Framework, which is really amazing white paper you need to read, but we have to understand this using our RAG system and question about this PDF. So we need this PDF. I have already downloaded that, and finally I'm going to move it into my project. Okay, so that's good. And the very first thing in RAG system is you need to read the PDF file. But how do we read the PDF file? I told you we are going to use the LangChain, and LangChain provide a way to read the PDF files. How? Let's search for LangChain unstructured file, unstructured file. Okay, so here we have the Python version of LangChain. So Python LangChain unstructured file, and this is the library we are going to use. And you can see it's a really nice library. You can create the new instance by providing the file path and the name, and then you can load and convert the file into the text format and use it. So first of all, we have to start with this by saying the pip install, but there is a catch here. Right now this unstructured is for all docs, but we are only interested in the PDF. So how we can change it? We don't want everything, so instead of all doc we just say PDF. So this is just going to install the PDF version of unstructured library through pip. Great. While this is installing, let's see how we have to use it. So we have to import this obviously from LangChain community. So we need to install the LangChain community also. Okay. So this is installing still, and after that, once done, then we have to say unstructured file loader, creating the new instance and do all the things. Let's do this. So from community dot what's that document loader. So document loaders import, we have unstructured file, and is that done? Yeah, it's done, but it's still we need pip install of LangChain community. Once this is also done, then we will be able to autocomplete it. Great, so that's really nice. So let's autocomplete. We need this unstructured file loader, and using this we are going to create a loader which we call like this, and here we need to provide the PDF file path, and I just copy it and paste it. Okay, since this is in my root, I don't have to provide the path, but if this PDF, your PDF is located anywhere else, provide the full path. Great. So here we have, now we call the docs is saying loader dot load. Once this is done, then we can check by just printing it and running the file by saying python app.py. This is going to run and read the entire PDF file, convert it into text and show it on our terminal. Now we have the text form of our PDF. This is really huge. You can see it's not good to put all this content directly into the embedding because of the input token limit of any embedding model. Especially for OpenAI, it's really around 8,000 token. So for this, what you need to do, you need to cut short this large text into the smaller chunks of the document. How we can do that? Okay, so we again going to use the LangChain, but I want to give you this article where it says chunking large document for vector search solution. It's very simple and easy to understand. Basically, it says that partitioning large document into smaller chunks help you to stay under the maximum token input limit of embedding models. So for Azure OpenAI embedding model, it's 8191 token, which is around to 6,000 words of text. So we need to stay under the maximum limit of this embedding models. How we can do that? We have various chunking techniques. We are going to use this chunking techniques, fixed size chunking with 10 to 15% of overlapping. Now, what is overlapping? Let me tell you. So see, this is the PDF we are using, and suppose it's reading all these things and it ends at this point, and this is one chunk, and second chunk start with this. Then it is okay and fine, no worries. But what if the paragraph is really big and it chunk the paragraph into two format? One is this paragraph and other is this paragraph. Now in that case, there can be the case where it just lose the continuity of the paragraph or the text we have. In that case, what we do is, let's say first 4 line we have in chunk 1, then in the chunk 2 we are not going to start with the 5th line. Instead, let's include some content of the previous chunk again and create another chunk. This is called overlapping of the chunking. So that could be just the 10 to 15%. Okay, so how do we do that? That's the real big question. So LangChain provide that also. So if I search for LangChain text splitter, we got this thing. This is a text splitter, and we are interested in splitting the text with a special character. So here we have the character text splitter, and this is really nice. We are going to split with new line. Okay, so how do we do that? First of all, install this LangChain text splitter like this. Okay, once done, then how we can use it? We need to import the text splitter and create new instance by providing the separator chunk size chunk overlapping thing. Okay, let's see. First of all, import from LangChain text splitter, import character text splitter, and once done, then we say text splitter is equal to character text splitter. Here we provide separator as a new line thing, and chunk size is, let's say, 2000. You can have any number of chunk size you want, but important is chunk overlap. Remember I told you it's going to be 10 to 15%, so let's say 10% only, and it's just 200 of 2000, so it's going to be 200. That's good. Now let's see the text splitter. So finally we need to say, what's that? It call it texts. So texts is equal to text splitter dot splitting the document. So here we got it. And finally then we say, hey, from this splitting, give me the first splitting, also the second splitting with the index of 0 and 1. Once done, then let's run this file and see that the chunking will be here on our console. Yes, you can see these two chunkings are here. So this is how we chunk our data, but we need to move forward and use this chunking with the embedding to store into our vector database. And the vector database we are going to choose is again going to get help from the LangChain. So if I go on the LangChain, here we get the text splitter, now vector stores. So for the vector store, we have 4 options with LangChain is chroma, pinecone, face, and lens. So let's use chroma, and once again I'm going to install it with pip. And while this is installing, let's see how we can use it. So to use this, we need to say, hey, load from LangChain chroma. And once loaded, then we have this. Then we say, hey, db is equal to chroma from document, which we have already prepared, and providing the embedding. We are not going to use the OpenAI embedding here. Instead, we are going to use the HuggingFace embedding, HuggingFace embeddings, like this. But again, we are going to use the LangChain. So here we have the LangChain embedding models, and we can use the HuggingFace one. So it's not given here, so let's say LangChain. So HuggingFace LangChain, great. So like this, we also need to install. So we have installed the HuggingFace LangChain, and we can use it just by this HuggingFace embedding. Here we got. So from LangChain HuggingFace embedding, we need to get that. So we say, hey, from LangChain HuggingFace import embeddings, or basically HuggingFace embeddings. Okay, so let's create a new instance of HuggingFace embedding. So I will say embeddings is equal to embedding, and remember we need to create the db, which will be like chroma, and let's import the chroma from LangChain chroma, import the chroma. Here we got it. And now we simply say dot from document and provide the document as texts and providing the embeddings like this. Great. Finally, we have the db, we have the embedding, and the last part is really amazing, which is doing the retrieval from this db, the embeddings we have. The target is to create a new QA chain where we will going to put this db and obviously a LLM model. First, let's see how we get that retrieval QA. So let's search for LangChain retrieval QA on Python. Okay, so let's search for this one and retrieval QA chain, and it's a good example where we can see how we can create the chain. So remember, we have done at this level, and I think we have done all of that, just the retrieval QA. So we need the LangChain chains retrieval QA, and then this retrieval QA need two things. One is LLM model and the retrieval from the vector database as retriever. Okay, so let's import. Do we have it? So from LangChain dot chains import retrieval QA. So like this with a capital R. Okay, how's that? Okay, so something like this. Okay, so once we have this, then we say I want to create my chain. So I say chain is equal to retrieval QA dot from chain is a chain type. Let's see, from chain type, yes. And then here we first provide the LLM which we haven't created, and second is going to be the retriever. So retriever like this, and which will be like db dot as retriever, something like this. So see, retriever is here, we have done that, and chain type keyword we are going to skip this thing, and that's how we have created the chain. But chain need the LLM model, and which LLM model we are going to use? So I'm going to use the Llama 3, and for that I already have installed the Ollama and pulled the Llama 3 latest, which is 4.7 GB. It should be there, it should be running on your system, otherwise it will not going to work because it's a local one, not the OpenAI thing. So we need to create the LLM. How we create it? So what we are going to do, we are going to say from LangChain community.llms import Ollama like this, and here we say hey Ollama, which is going to use the model as Llama 3. And once everything is done, then what we need to do finally is run this chain. How we run this chain? Finally we say hey we have a question. So what is the question? So what you can ask, simply ask what this document is all about. This is the question, and then we say result is equal to chain dot, not the dot, chain query, and the query is actually the question we have, and it's like this. Okay, so finally print result and see what's going to happen if I run it. So run this and see what's going to happen. Okay, so we are missing something, so it should be properly spelled as retriever, not something else, and run it again. So finally we got it, and it says I don't know, the context does not indicate the document is about, but it appeared to be a artificial intelligence and machine learning. So similar things it is doing, and finally on the result we say once again result, and let's change the question and say hey can you please summarize the document. Okay, let's once again run and see the summary of this document, and you can see this is now summarized. Here is the summary report divided into several sections: AI adoption, budget allocation, then some key point, establishing unified data key. Everything is there, and this is how we run this amazing RAG system with LangChain, Ollama, Chroma, and done with this thing. The last thing before closing this video is you can see this error we are getting. We can remove this error by saying chain dot invoke, which is like this, and then it's going to work without any warning or error. It was warning actually, not error. Anyways, so this is going to work surely, and if you have got something good knowledge from this video, just consider subscribing, which is really important, and more important is hitting like button, because if you hit like button the number increase, and that give me the indication that yes, you are interested in this kind of video, and I'll get the motivation to create more content like this. If you want to follow me on any other platform, go and choose any platform. Find me at Sarthak Savvy. If you have any question related to this video or any other thing, comment section is all open for you. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.